I've ever really had on Dragon Ball Z. I have had little ideas for like romantic moments between Bulma and Vegeta, but everybody does those. And believe me, the irony's not lost on me that I talked about a crossover fanfiction in a Q&A where I asked for no crossovers. Believe me, it's not the irony's not lost on me. Anyway, third question: if you had it to choose one ability in the Dragon Ball universe to master and use in combat, what would it be? What would it be? I got it. Special Beam Cannon! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So yeah, there you go. Special Beam Cannon. Anyway. Thank you for those questions, Zigzag. Moving on now to Zack the Thunder King. And Zack the Thunder King asks, first question is, how would the DBZ characters react if they ever see DBZ abridged? They'd all laugh, except Krillin and Yamcha. Yep. Second question, in your opinion, was there anything good about Dragon Ball GT? Was there anything good about Dragon Ball GT? Super Android 17? There you go, that's one thing. Third question. Any characters that you didn't like or hated in Dragon Ball Z? Not really. Another few shows where I have no characters I absolutely hate. Except Yamcha. Anyway. Thank you for this question, Zack the Thunder King. Moving on now to Major Badass, who asks, if you ever existed in the world of DBZ, who would you be, what species, and who would you train under? I don't know, I guess species. I think it would be cool to be one of Frieza's species. That'd be cool. And who would I train under? Vegeta. Oh wait, not Vegeta. He would just tear me to pieces. Piccolo. Yeah, Piccolo. Second question. How would you react if a DBZ battle happened in your neighborhood? Grab a camera. And your third question is, how would you think Goku would react to all the neckbeard fanboys getting butthurt and starting arguments about him? I don't think Goku would, I think Goku would just be like, hey, if I didn't beat the guy, that just means I'll just get stronger and fight again. What? And it's a good fight. I think he would just be a little disappointed. But Goku's a fictional character, so we don't really know what he'd think. Anyway, thank you for those questions, Major Badass. Moving on now to Athavan Rajingsam. Again, I'm really bad that I keep just butchering that name over and over again. Really sorry. Okay. First question is... Oh wait, you pronounced it. Adhavan Rajasingsam. Hope I'm pronouncing that. Ugh, I butchered it again. Damn it. First question: what would you say is a subplot or concept you would like to have seen wanted to expand upon, but wasn't explained in the universe? I would like to see maybe Goku's mom. That's something. Maybe Vegeta's mom too. Here you go. Second question: if you were to choose one species from the Dragon Ball universe that isn't Saiyan, who would you be? I guess, again, Frieza's species? Already answered that. Alright, third question. If the two of them were forced to finish the game without rage quitting or start a fight or the like, who would win a chess match between Broly and Majin Buu, assuming they've been explained the rules of the game? Neither. They would just rage quit anyway and kill everything. All right. All right. Think of those questions. Avavan. Moving on now to Xavier Ford. Yeah. Super Saiyan 4, or God, and is there a Super Saiyan 5? There's no Super Saiyan 5. God is something else, I assume. And is there ever going to be a good DBZ movie? Oh, there's a few. Again, it's all a matter of taste, Xavier. It's all a matter of taste. And I can understand where you're coming from on that one. Think of those questions, Xavier. Moving on now to that guy with the tripod who asks, why do you think Vegeta can't go Super Saiyan 3? Because Akira Toriyama didn't think about having him go Super Saiyan 3? I don't know. Maybe he'll become a Super Saiyan 3 in Super. Who knows? Second question. How would you write the Majin Buu saga with the future Trunks timeline? Babidi summons Buu without worry, and the androids, Android 17 and 18 team up with Trunks to try and fight him? That's all I got. Third question. What if the future versions of the androids stole Trunks' time machine instead of Cell and arrived during the 7-year time span between the androids and Majin Buu sagas? I guess Android Time Paradox or Terminator Genesis done better? I don't know. Anyway, think of those questions. That guy with the tripod. Moving on now to Mitch Meister, who asks, between Goku and Vegeta, who would you say is the better father? Shocking. Goku is a good father. He does try his best. And, you can't take that away from him. But between the two, I would have to say Vegeta is the better father. Hear me out. Hear me out on this one. Sorry to get some water because this might take a little while. The reason why I say Vegeta over Goku is the better father is probably because, while Goku, he's not, Goku and Chi-Chi, we see them get along, but they're not really the most functional family. Whereas Vegeta and Bulma, on the other hand, have made a functional family. Granted, Vegeta may be a little hard on Trunks, but you clearly see that he still cares. Remember when, Cell killed Trunks and Vegeta lost his almighty shit? Yeah, that happened. And also how when he sacrificed himself even though he sacrificed himself for the world, he mostly did it for Goku as well, but he mostly did it for Bulma and Trunks. And the other thing, even though I'm not the biggest GT fan, I will say that, the idea of Vegeta and Bulma having another daughter, Boa, and, we see how good of a father he is to Boa and Trunks. So, yeah, he's actually a really good dad. Granted, he didn't start out that way, and again, DBZ Abridged probably got right of how Vegeta and Bulma hooked up and the creation of Trunks. But yeah, through it all, Vegeta is clearly a good family man. Got to keep that royal bloodline going for all it's worth. Anyway. So second question. Looking back on DBZ as a whole, do you think the author Akira Toriyama should have ended the series at the Frieza Saga or Cell Saga? I think he could have ended it at the Cell Saga, because it ended off on such a perfect note. It ended on like a perfect little bow tie. Cell was gone, Goku decided to stay dead and let Gohan become the protector of Earth, because he knew Gohan would be one day stronger than him. That got ruined in the later on, but he clearly saw that and we clearly see Gohan throughout the series grow as a character in the background. So I think it would have been nice if it ended there, and because Goku's story ended, and then you could have gone on Akira Toriyama could have gone on to, have Gohan be the prominent character throughout the series. And I think that was the idea. But, that didn't happen. Anyway. So, yeah. Third question. How did you yourself get involved with DBZ? Toonami. I think this would probably be like 95% of people who got into Dragon Ball Z was because of Toonami, playing the show after school and playing the Saiyan Saga repeatedly. Well, it was weird. I knew they had more episodes they did, but for some reason, I always caught, until later on in life, but in the early years when I started watching Dragon Ball Z, I always caught it like they were doing repeats of the Saiyan Saga. I know, it's weird. But yeah, like everyone else, it was Toonami. Anyway. So thank you for those questions, Mitch Meister. Moving on now to Matt Kaiser 08. Matt Kaiser 08, first question is, from one DBZ fan to another, do you think DBZ fans kind of overreact a bit with the Goku versus Superman death battle? I don't know if this counts as a crossover question or not, but I knew someone was going to ask me the death battle question. No matter what I did, no matter what I said, I knew some people were going to want to get my thoughts on the death battle thing. It may be that may be the case, because I have seen nobody happy with this fight. Nobody was happy with this fight. I was totally fine with sometimes I just watch these fights without going, I just want this character to win. Granted, it was bad, but since then it hasn't been as bad. Like when Rainbow Dash beat Starscream, or when Toph beat Gaara, no one lost their shit as bad as this. And that's probably part of the reason why we're getting a rematch, but now with Super Saiyan God, which in of itself is kind of outdated, because now we have Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. Again, not crazy about that name. Anyway, I think, yeah, it's a little, I think I don't want to be mean, because they're all, I really don't want to be mean here. I really don't. But the big thing is, that was kind of the case, that fans got really pissed off that Goku didn't win. That's kind of the bottom line. I'll see this fight again, I'll watch it over again, and who knows, maybe Goku this time will beat him. Although, granted, inwardly I was rooting for Superman. I grew up with Superman longer than Goku, so I gotta give it to my homeboy Man of Steel. And when you think about it, without Superman, there would be no Goku. Yeah, I know. Ugh. Sorry, I had to get more water, but yeah. Anyway, again, I know this counted as a crossover question, but I knew no matter what I did, I was going to get my thoughts on the death battle, so I might as well just answer it here and be done with it. So yeah. Anyway, where do I go from here? Anyway, second question. If you had a chance to make a brand new villain... I already answered this one. Sorry, Matt. And finally, fuck, marry, kill, Chi-Chi, launch, Bulma. Marry Bulma, fuck, launch, and kill Chi-Chi. There you go. Thank you for those questions, Matt Kaiser 08. Moving on now to Alec Johnson, who asks, how would you have done Dragon Ball Evolution? I wouldn't have done it at all. Nope. No siree, Bob. Nope. No way. No thank you. Not even gonna... There is no repairing that. You know what I mean? No. No. No fixing that. Granted, it wasn't... No. It's up there in terms of terrible movies. You put it on a pedestal of shit right next to M. Night Shyamalan's shitterpiece, The Last Airbender. And sometimes my friends and I wonder, pick and choose, which is worse? Anyway, I could go on, I go on and on about Dragon Ball Evolution. But, long story short, I myself, along with everybody else, think it's absolute horrendous dog shit. So,